To get access to the voting process, the user first needs to download the app, sign up, and then agree to the community constitution. This is essentially the rules of the fund, and I'll dive into this in a bit more detail in another video. Once they've done that, they land in the Ideas tab, and anyone in the community can add a new idea. Once they've added a new idea, it appears in this list, where everyone in the community gets a chance to vote on it. We've implemented a voting technique called quadratic voting. Every person gets 100 credits, and then they can use those credits to vote on the different ideas. If I vote once, it will cost me 10 credits, and I vote again on the second one, it will cost me another 10. But if I vote twice, it costs me 40 credits, and if I vote 3 times, it will cost me 90 credits. We've used this approach because it's a better way to express a strong opinion about something. Those who care strongly about one thing have to compromise. Now that we have a prioritised list of community ideas, the next step is for a smaller subset of the community called the stewards to move the project into review and check it against the Constitution. To do this, a steward needs to approve the idea and get consensus from the other stewards. The next step is for the stewards to turn that idea into a proposal. So they enter the idea and click Create Draft Proposal, and here they can add extra details. A key step here is that the steward puts their reputation on the line and says that they're confident that this proposal is in line with the Constitution, and then once they publish it, all the other stewards again have to agree that this is in line with the Constitution before it goes out to the community to vote on again. This brings us to the Proposals tab. So here we have a similar voting technique in place with the quadratic voting. Everybody gets a new set of credits in this round of voting. We also want to have a few options in the list at one time, so people can kind of judge and gauge what's most important to their community right now. A couple of key things to note here are the blue bar and the black line. So the blue bar is the voting total of the whole community, and the black line is the threshold. When the community votes hit the threshold, the proposal automatically gets turned into a project, and the money is deducted from the fund. You'll note that the black line is lower for the $200 proposal and a little bit higher for the $1,200 one. This is because the cost of the proposal is proportionate to the fund, i.e. you need more votes to get something more expensive over the line. Another technique we've implemented here is something called conviction voting, and it relates to time. So if I put my vote on here today, one vote, you'll note that the blue line doesn't go up straight away. We've set this to a delayed function where the person's vote grows over time. You can learn more about this voting technique via a blog on our website. Once a project hits the threshold, it automatically becomes a project. The owner of that project has to confirm that they're still able to do that project, and we do have a mechanism to account for a slight cost adjustment without having to go back through the whole process. The next step is for the person to go and execute on the project and do the actual task. Once they've done that, they would come back to their project and then they would submit a report. We've tried to make this as easy as possible. All the person needs to do is put in the actual cost, take a picture of the receipt, add some evidence of the project being complete, and if they'd like to, add an optional comment. Once they submit a report, they'll need final sign-off from one steward to make sure the numbers add up. Any funds that weren't spent will automatically be put back into the community fund. Thanks for watching. If you want to learn more, visit our website, thewellbeingprotocol.org, or contact us. We're happy to chat.